Good Lord Almighty. I will take them by myself? We are in the Hypno-heal era of the last resort because they have called in the reinforcements again with the Hypnotherapist because why not? Everything else is upside down. Nothing is right side up. Everything is going sideways. So let's try something else. Or just entertainment value. But before we get to that, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, share the show, and if you want to support the channel, you can always drop a super thanks. I definitely appreciate it. But this show just gets crazier and crazier because, let's face it, they're not even trying to pretend anymore with some of these tired old storylines, but there is some entertainment value, so we're going to get to all of that.
Sorry. It's okay.
Sorry for what?
I'm sorry. You deserve an apology. I'm so sorry.
Stop
Again, talk to you like that.
This is what she does. This is what Jasmine does, and we will see it throughout the show. Florian can be plenty wrong about plenty of things, but Jasmine has continually instigated situations, and then Stacy comes apologizing for him. Now, he can be wrong, and she can go and say, you were wrong, but also acknowledge that Jasmine is nothing but an instigator and a manipulator, because that's all she does the whole time, and we see it throughout this whole episode.
After today, I feel like Florian and Stacy have deep problem.
Yeah, I mean, they all have deep problems.
Because Florian doesn't respect anybody. I feel so bad because Stacy's so positive, so nice energy, and when it's Florian around, just bring her down.
Oh, but you're gonna be the one to bring her up, Julia.
I'm glad she coming tonight because it's showing us she stand up for herself and doing what she wants.
I find it funny that someone like Julia, who has plenty of her own issues, is going to give advice and say that Stacy is doing all these things and this is right and this is wrong, but she is the person that has hitched her wagon to Jasmine, who is quite possibly the biggest manipulator on the show, the biggest problem on the show. And this is the problem because you don't have an innocent person in Florian. Clearly, he's got some stuff he's got to work on. So you find yourself realizing that Florian's wrong, but yet Jasmine's just an awful person.
Told me that I lost him already.
No, you were trying to be intimate with me and I wasn't ready yet. I told you no.
I mean, in defense, she was kind of just like tickling him and he acted like a man-child.
You got super pissed off.
We have had multiple days without fighting and nothing is enough.
That's a lie.
This is the problem. This is the same tired storyline for a couple who is not even together. Now, I get it. This was filmed like in late 2023, I think it said. So obviously a lot's happened since then. We're already in 2025. But for a couple at this point, whether it was even remotely real, they couldn't come up with a better storyline than he needs more emotional, her to be more emotional and stop fighting with him, and she needs him to have sex. That's the only thing they got. They couldn't be even slightly more entertaining. They're the most uncreative reality TV couple I think I've ever seen in trying to stay relevant. And the only thing they might get another show out of is maybe the single life if they can. But other than that, they're going to only be around for so much longer because people are getting tired of the same old with nothing changing. And really, it's just time to move on because this is getting ridiculous. Even for someone that knows that this is all just really, or a lot of it's for entertainment value, and it's not even really about the couples anymore because all they have to keep ratings is the entertainment value, this is getting old.
No, I'm not going to be in an open relationship. That's not the kind of relationship I want.
And then what am I supposed to do?
This is the problem. They keep talking about this open relationship. Jasmine keeps saying, if you're not going to sleep with me, then you need to let me be in an open relationship. No, you're in a marriage. He is wrong because he's not even trying. That's clear. So at that point, you need to make a decision. Either you're going to accept it or you're going to divorce him. Why is an open relationship even a part of this conversation? It should never even come into the equation. All that's going to add is more drama, more fights, more everything else. The only real answer for them now is divorce. She's saying she wants an open marriage. He's saying no, absolutely not. But yet I'm not going to be intimate with you or anything like that. She's saying it's something I need. So what do you do at that point? You either figure out a way to make it work or you divorce. An open marriage should never be an option here. It should never even be something that is suggested. For her, it should be, well, if you're not even going to be willing to be intimate with me, then I'm going to leave you. That should be the end of it. Not, we need to find someone who can sleep with me. That is just good drama value, but it's not in a real situation for a marriage that would actually work.
And you do get to a point where you're done giving, but we have a very unique opportunity to be here with therapists and everything. You do what you can, bro.
Good point. He should take his own advice. Tell me why Rob can say these things but not actually take his own advice in his relationships. Now, the unique opportunity here is with a bunch of therapists who don't have a clue what they're doing, even going so far as to use some things like, I don't know, hypnotherapy, which we're going to get to the fun aspects of that in just a minute, but he does have a point there. Problem is that the point really can't be followed through with because what they are there is a bunch of fake, a bunch of facades. That's all they have going on at this place, and it's just good TV. So enjoy the vacation, but go ahead and plan on that divorce because nothing's really going to get better for you, Gino. Sorry, you're not trying, she's not trying. You're trying to be a good TV couple to keep the paychecks flowing in, but at some point, people just tune out, and I think they're there with you, buddy.
I promise you this time.
We're actually going to?
If you're gonna fall asleep in a second.
I'm not gonna fall asleep.
This is also a big freaking problem. She had her own opinions on, Gino, how are you going to withhold being intimate with Jasmine? You can't do that, and yet that is all she did. You know what she did? She used it as a reward. She manipulated Brandon because she holds out and then says, you know what, I'm going to give you some if we just do this party, and after everyone leaves, then I'll give you a little something, be intimate with you. She is no better than Gino. Now, Josh has been gone this whole time because he left after they fought again because Crazy Natalie is always going to be Crazy Natalie and Publicity Josh is always going to be Publicity Josh, and he comes back in the most Publicity Josh way. Now, what better to come back and make an entrance than in your $100,000 sports car? I don't really know how much that car is. It's probably more than that. But it's a fancy sports car either way. And you decide to come in, make this fancy entrance in your car to show off your money? I mean, you know what that is? All of that is proving my point of why he's there to begin with, which is to sell his business. You don't have to sell your business by actually saying what it is, because guess what's going to happen? People are going to see that, and they're going to be like, what does he do? Wow, that looks like an expensive car. Let me look him up. They're going to look up his name, they're going to find out what his company is, and then he gets the free publicity, plus whatever the show's paying him anyway. It's, genius marketing, really, but he sure ain't there to be with Natalie, considering she's pretty possessed.
That car is probably as much as my house.
Probably.
Still costs so much money. It's no Lamborghini, Gino.
and yet Florian with the, it's not so much money, it's no Lamborghini. I mean, yeah, it's not a Lamborghini. It's an Alfa Romeo. I don't know how much it is, but I'm sure it's more than any car that Florian has. So I think it's funny how he's kind of downplaying it and saying, but it's no Lamborghini though. I'm like, all right, Florian, I'm glad to know you have a Lamborghini in your garage at home. Stacy let you keep one, buddy?
Girl, you have to have sex with this girl.
No.
You have to.
Take that
No.
pill, Gino. Take that pill.
Yeah.
Make the boys proud.
Those pills, man, give me a great orgasm. I'll take them by myself if I have to.
Good Lord Almighty. I will take them by myself? So Gino's solution is, I can take the little blue pill. We all know what that little blue pill is, but I can just take it by myself and have a great time. My God, it's deeper than I thought. He is so deep into the explicit adult material that he would rather look at that than be intimate with his own wife. Now, Jasmine is bat-ish crazy, don't get me wrong, and she is manipulative, and quite possibly, she says she's a psycho, and, maybe she is, but not in the same way you'd think. She's more of a, I'll manipulate everything, that kind of psycho. But I digress on that. Either way, he is going the route of, no, I would rather just do it alone, instead of being intimate and coming together as one with your wife. What kind of crazy crap is that? His neural pathways have been rewired completely, and I think she's right about how much adult explicit material he's watching, because that's the only excuse for saying a comment like that. Joking or not, there's some truth to it. What?
Where am I going to...
Why is the hypnotherapist being a little rubby-feely with Jasmine? I mean, it's all for, I'm all for your therapist, if you go to a therapist, making you feel comfortable. But going up and saying, hey, be close with Gino, hey. I mean, yeah, back off a little bit, lady. Just back off. But we're going to see how much credibility she has when she starts proving her hypnotherapy skills.
Well, welcome to Lake Pleasant, everyone. I am Sarah.
Hi.
I'm a clinical hypnotherapist, a spiritual healer and teacher, and a life coach.
Okay, so I don't know if you have to be certified to be a clinical hypnotherapist, but a spiritual healer and a life coach, yeah, you don't. No, you don't need anything for that, really. So I don't know what her real credibility is, but even if you have to be certified to be a hypnotherapist, I'm curious what y'all think when you see what she actually does.
You're all adults here.
No, there are people that are adults but behave like little kids because their wife baby them.
Oh, okay.
Somebody baby me.
Baby them.
Somebody baby me.
Look, Stacy is actually telling him to stop, telling Florian to stop, while Jasmine is just bark, 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 bark. The whole Chihuahua thing makes sense. And then she's got the nerve to say, well, some little children as their wife babies them. You know, if y'all watched the episode, and I'm sure you did, about 30 seconds before that, she started this argument. Florian did not say anything to her, and she just started barking at him. All she's trying to do is instigate it and then try to make it look like she is the victim. The Victim Olympics, the greatest award, the gold medal Victim Olympics goes to Jasmine because she is a genius at doing this. Not really. I'm sorry. Genius is a very strong word. She's not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but she's very good at manipulating the situation and making it seem like she's the victim to people around her. Now, if you have two brain cells to rub together, you can see what she's doing. She's trying to elicit emotional responses from the people that are going to make her feel validated and feel great about herself, which is all the others here, not so much the guys, but all the other women here who are going to make it seem like she's fine and Florian did wrong. Now, Florian does plenty of wrong. Plenty. But call a spade, and she's the one that keeps starting these fights with him.
Well, I can tell you this. He's not going to be able to set that tent up by himself.
What?
Two-person job.
Uh-huh.
So if you guys are going to sleep under shelter tonight, he's going to need you.
So let me get this straight. They got the hypnotherapist, who has no business being out there trying to fix these people's relationships, to be a camping person and instruct this camping exercise, who has also never been camping. Because let me tell you something, he could absolutely set up that tent by himself without problem. But she's going to go and tell Jasmine that you're not going to have a place to sleep tonight if you don't help him, because I'm going to tell you right now, he's not going to be able to do it by himself. Yes, he is. Yes, he absolutely is. Is that really your selling point? Because it's weak.
Wait, that's not how you do it.
Stay. No with the
And there it is. In genius fashion, the show, after saying, you're not going to be able to set up a tent by yourself, you have to help him if you want a place to sleep, then they promptly show Florian setting up the tent by himself as Stacy acts like she's touching something but doesn't really. That is fantastic. You just proved every one of my points. Did she not see that going on? Like, she literally saw this going on and then decides to still tell Gina or Jasmine that she's going to need to help because no way he can do it by himself.
I'm scared to be hypnotized.
Ah.
I've never been hypnotized. I'm scared to be hypnotized because what if I start talking about one of my deep, dark secrets or something?
You have deep, dark secrets?
Yes, I'm going to guarantee you that the guy who refuses to be intimate with you and keeps saying it's because you won't be nice to him for a few days straight probably does have some secrets, and it might lie with the fact that he just may not be attracted to women, if you will. Would not shock me even a little bit.
She's a witch. Nallie's a witch.
Probably.
Yes, I am.
Uh-huh.
I can do few things. I just do tarot. I could read certain things. I could see certain things. I see dreams.
Oh. And oh, by the way, the demon inside of me tells me I need to get all of you people. I'm sorry, but I also think she might possibly be possessed. That's a possibility. Good God, the hypnosis exercise.
When I click my fingers, your hands will feel like two strong magnets, two very strong magnets. pulling and drifting it together. You'll feel your hands pulling and
Look
drifting
at him,
together.
look
Pulling
at
and
him,
drifting, pulling
look
and
at
drifting.
him.
You'll
Yeah.
feel your
Oh,
hands.
come on, come on. It gets worse. It really does. So put your hands out now. As soon as I snap my fingers, you're going to feel your hands coming together like a magnet, and they start going like this. Oh my gosh. Is this the best they got for real? Like this is it. Deep.
Sleep now.
No.
Drifting and floating. Relax here. Drifting and floating. Let the sound of my voice relax you even more. Here we go. Sleep now.
Look at him, look at him, look at him. If you look, he is smirking. You know damn well he is just playing along with this. He doesn't believe it for a second. He doesn't feel it. But yet we're just playing along because we have to for the show. You bring on a hypnotherapist, you have to make it seem like it's working. So sleep now, sleep now, sleep now. Like, and then, seriously, someone I wish would just be like, this isn't working. This isn't working at all. Come on, lady.
You remember when you come to visit my family in Russia? I acted horrible and we always broke up.
Oh.
Because I meet my ex and we plan to, we thinking to go back to each other.
I mean, damn, he looks like he's putting on a little bit of an angry face, but that cannot feel good. So the whole exercise was find us some time where you were mean or did something wrong to your ex. Or not your ex, but to your significant other, in this case, Julia and Brandon. His was, I gave my mom a key to the house, trying to do something nice, giving her access, and I didn't talk to her about it. I'm sorry, I should have talked to you about it. And hers is, you remember when you came to Russia and I was really horrible to you? Yeah, I was planning on leaving you with my ex, and yeah, that almost happened. We almost broke up. And then on top of that, she says, yeah, we kissed, and says, but we didn't cheat. And like, no, you absolutely did cheat. You think just because you didn't sleep with your ex, you didn't cheat? If you're kissing your ex, that's not okay. He's still going to be okay, or he's still going to be upset at that. After all that, she kind of wants to downplay it a little bit, but I hate to break it to you, this is going to be a big problem. And he even goes on to say that this might be something that breaks them up. Now, could they work through it? Sure. But damn, not only did you cheat, but you were about to leave him for your ex in Russia. Not good, lady, not good. Needless to say, it continues where they're just not getting anything accomplished. The last resort is nothing more than a glorified vacation, a glorified teenage party town of some sort where they're going to drink and then have hangovers and never actually get any therapy done, because the best therapy they got is sandbox therapy and hypnotherapy. The other two therapists, the couple times they've sat down with them, they have literally accomplished nothing. So as of right now, the evidence just adds up that all this is trying to grasp on to a spin-off show. That they're in second season, so they're like, how can we make this work? None of them want to be together. Well, we create drama, and that's where we're at. Entertaining it is, so we will continue to follow it. If one gets out alive, and by alive, of course, I mean together, then great, that's fantastic. But I don't buy that any of them will really make it work. Stacy and Florian might continue on, I guess. But other than that, probably none of them. But it will continue to be entertaining, so we will continue to follow it. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. If you want to support the channel, drop a super thanks. I definitely appreciate it. Tune into the live show on Wednesdays at 8 p.m., and I will see y'all next time.